welcome to this week's Grammar Adventures. We are going to start off with a mini lesson and then see what we have for our adventure this week. Let's get started. Hello, fourth grade. Welcome to our Grammar Adventures for this week. We are going to be subject and predicate detectives, so let's get started. In our lesson today, we are going to talk about what are subjects and predicates, and then we are going to look at some examples, and we are going to see if you can crack the case in this week's adventure. So let's start with talking about what subjects and predicates are. The subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. Let's look at this example here. The cat was climbing on the fence. The cat is our subject. And then we have the predicate. The predicate is the part of a sentence that tells us about the subject. It contains a verb. So in our example, the cat was climbing on the fence. Was climbing on the fence is the predicate. It tells us about the subject, and here is our two verbs. Our two verbs are was and climbing. These are our two verbs. Let's look at some more examples. The detective was studying the case. The detective is the subject. It shows us who or what the sentence is about, and was studying the case is the predicate. It tells us about the subject, and it contains a verb. In this case, two verbs, a helping verb and a main verb. And we have the dog was in the yard. The dog is the subject. It tells us who or what the sentence is about, and was in the yard is the predicate. It tells us about the subject, and it contains a verb. Look, a linking verb, was in the yard. Let's go to the next slide. Let's look at these examples here. We are introduced to our case for the week. We are detectives. The boy and the girl walked down the street. Let's see. The boy and the girl, this is the subject. It tells us who or what the sentence is about. And walked down the street tells us about the subject, and we have a verb. And look, I need a period. There we go. Let's look at this one. The two children saw a dog in the yard. The two children is the subject, and saw a dog in the yard is the predicate. It tells us about the subject, and I see a verb, saw. This is the predicate. Here is the subject. Let's look at this one. The dog had a package in his mouth. The dog is the subject. Had a package in his mouth is the predicate. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is about, and the predicate tells us about the subject. Can you see the verb here? Yes, the verb is had. Very good. Let's look at number 4. I am going to give you a minute to see if you can figure out what the subject and predicate is. The children called to the dog. See if you can do it. Can you find the subject? Yes, if you said the children, you are correct. And the predicate is called to the dog. It tells us about the subject, and I see a verb. Let's look at the last one. Let's see if you can do it. I'll give you a minute. The dog ran away. Can you find the subject and the predicate? Let's see. Yes, if you said the dog is the subject, you are correct. And ran away is the predicate. It tells us about the subject, and I see the verb ran. Okay, it is now time for our case file. What was in the package the dog had? Maybe you can make an inference and infer what is in the package. Let's go see in our adventure. Hello, and welcome to my secret detective lair. Look what I have today. Our case file for case 0728. Let's take a look at some of the clues inside. We are trying to figure out what is in the package that the dog had in his mouth. Let's see what we have. A note. It says, a prize waits inside, wrapping and no locks. A to Z is the key to know what is in the box. A to Z. Maybe alphabetical order? Let's see. We have some clues. Ooh, look, they have letters on them. A to Z. Let's start with A. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, can you find the subject and predicate? The horse ran in the field. The horse is the subject, and I think ran in the field is the predicate. I see a verb. Yep. Oh, our clue number 1. It can be found at Bond Mead. Okay, let's see. A to Z is the key. Here is letter B, next in alphabetical order. Can you find the subject and predicate? Mom asked me to go to the store. The sentence is about mom, and what is the subject doing? Asked me to go to the store. I see a verb in there, asked. I think asked me to go to the store is the predicate. Ooh, clue number 2. It can come in many colors with many designs. I wonder what is in the box. Let's take a look at A, B, C. Alphabetical order. Can you find the subject and predicate? Jess rode her bike to school. Jess is the subject. Rode her bike to school is the predicate. Oh, clue number 3. It holds liquid. Oh, it can be found at Bond Mead. Many colors and designs and can hold liquid. Let's try, A to Z. Let's try letter D. Can you find the subject and predicate? Melanie's mother drove her to practice. Who is driving? Who is doing the verb? Melanie's mother is the subject. Drove her to practice is the predicate. Ooh, look at this clue. It is a cylinder. A cylinder shape found at Bond Mead that can hold liquid and comes in many designs. Let's look at our last clue. Can you find the subject and predicate? Allison likes to play volleyball. Allison is the subject. I see a verb, likes. I think likes to play volleyball is the predicate. Let's see the clue. It has a handle. Oh, I wonder what is in the package the dog had in its mouth. 4th grade, you would not believe what it is! My favorite! Ha! A coffee mug! Woohoo! Thanks for joining me today. See you next time, detectives. Goodbye.